Hey everyone, welcome back. You might notice that I've made a little change, and that is that the channel is now called Made by Mosul. I feel that it fits better with everything that we're doing here, from the guitars to the big Victorian home renovation. Don't worry though, the guitars aren't going anywhere. In fact, there'll be a guitar build video next week. I'll still be building them right here on the channel, but for now we're in the lounge and in the dining room, as you can see, where we're putting together the Victorian style library, and today it's all about the less glamorous side of the job. It's filling in all the walls and the woodwork and really getting ready for paint. So let's get started, but before that let's cue the new intro. This is Made by Mosul. I'm Luis, and this is Monica, my soon-to-be wife, plus our two dogs, Asher and Pepper. A few years back, I walked away from the 9-to-5 grind and decided to chase what really excites me, working with my hands. What started with building guitars has grown into a full love of carpentry, from furniture making to breathing new life into this old Victorian home that we bought 3 years ago. So follow along to see what I'm creating next, as we keep building one project at a time. It's been a few days, I've not recorded anything because it's just been boring, filling, sanding, painting, filling. But I'm going to pack out this bottom section and put a new face on it, so the radiator is going to be fitted on there so we can figure out exactly where the pipes need to come up. That's the first plan of attack. Cool, we've got it boxed out. The solid, those timbers are super solid to the wall, and we're going to be screwing the brackets for the radiator straight where those timbers are. So that's cool. Going to have a tidy up. Got a bit of filling to do around here, and then a bit of paint. Then we're going to move on to the next job. We have finished the library. We have filled everything in terms of timber. Now all we need to do is prime, caulk, sand, paint, all that priming stuff before we do the actual farrow and ball primer and top coats. That feels good. We're definitely going to cross some stuff off the to-do list. I have finally caved in and allowed Monica to make a to-do list. And this is what we've got here on one side for the library, for the other woodwork that we've got around the room, and then just in general. And then there's a tea tally down there because Monica says that she always makes me loads of cups of tea, but it's only got one on there, so she can't be making that many. We're going to tick some off at the end of the video, but we're going to give some of this a wash coat where we've got bare wood. We're going to go over now with something a little bit thicker, which is this Dulux wood primer for the actual woodwork, where we've got some kind of grain to fill and stuff like that, to see where we really need to do another fill coat. And then we're going to do a bunch of caulking. We've already done some. We're going to caulk the rest of the gaps and seams, and then we're going to see when we're ready for the farrow and ball primer. So exciting times. It would be awesome if within a week we're basically at this stage in the rest of the room. We'll see. Cool, so finished doing that first go over with the Dulux wood primer. That's like 90 minutes of absolute boredom. We've got a few more bits to fill. I almost feel bad for doing this. Originally, I was going to cement and brick it all up and make a little cavity so that the pipes would be underneath and no cement would touch them and it'll all be nice. I even went and bought a bag of cement for it. And then I thought, just put that wood there. And then I thought, oh, well, I've got bits of plasterboard there in a bag ready to go to the dump. Just stick a piece of plasterboard there. And then I'm just going to fill that in with some hardwall and down here. And I only need to pack it out about 2 mm at the bottom because it's almost perfectly flush with the rest of the wall. Instead of going to all this effort, sometimes it's easier just to do the thing that actually looks ridiculous right now. And there's no insulating any of this anyway because this is an open chimney breast. Yes, it's capped at the very top, but it doesn't matter if I put 3 layers of insulation in there because just above here there's just block work anyway. So we're just going to leave it like this to dry and then we're going to come back and skim over the lot, some hardwall. What is this? What is that? This property was unfortunately full of things like that, and being the first property that we've ever bought, we weren't really looking out for a lot of stuff. I think it's safe to say that we're very quickly in over our heads in terms of the actual condition of the property, and then learning that surveyors, they're really only looking at things on the surface is a bit problematic, I think, when you're coming to buy old properties like these. The next property that we buy, because we will definitely end up selling this one, I'm going to go around and I'm going to survey the damn thing myself. Yeah, or either we're going to just build our own house. Who knows? Anyway, I think that might be it for today. I might just pack up and sit down. What a boring couple of weeks that has been. I haven't filmed very much of it, and I hope you don't blame me because it's just been filling and sanding and painting and filling and sanding, and we're still not there. We're probably 90% of the way there on the walls. We've just got to wait for this to fully dry so that we can go over that. This we can go over probably in the next couple of days. We've got a bit more painting to do at high level and just a last pass of anything that needs filling on the walls before we move on to prepping the woodwork for actual paint. So that's the entirety of the bay window and then all of the trim. And then hopefully we can get onto some painting. Well, maybe next week, but maybe not because the paint is out of stock. So we're waiting for some of the stuff to come back into stock so then it can get mixed, so then we can go get it. We need something that's actually interesting in this video. Well, mildly interesting. We're going to build the little cabinet that's going to go down in there. Yesterday I've already flat packed IKEA'd some MDF to the sizes that we need for the cabinet carcass. And this is our remaining CLS timber from the build. I think that should be just about enough. We'll get that constructed, and maybe we'll even get some doors made, because we still haven't done anything to our other doors yet. They're still as they were. They still need trimming and tidying up and priming, because obviously we want to paint everything at the same time. So yeah, we'll make this little cabinet today. And also, in other news, we haven't completed this soffit because we've actually had a water leak on the top of the bay window. So we've got a scaffold outside that I'm going to put up maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. We need to go up there and investigate what is leaking and repair that before we finish doing that. So I think we're probably 10 days. We're probably 10 days or 2 weeks away from paint. Yeah. Let's make a cabinet. We're jumping back in at the video editing stage. Video's planned to go up tomorrow, and I've realised that we never ticked the stuff off the list. So we're going to do that to round this out. Brick up old fireplace. Done. Chase fibre cable for cabinet. We haven't ended up doing that. We've changed our minds. It's going to be under the floor and external. Finish all hard wall and plastering. Finish all dry lining. Finish subfloor. No. Plumbing second fix? No. Remove shutters? No. Pre-hang dining room rad? No. Construct living room cabinet? Yes. Construct dining room cabinet? No, but we've got materials for that. New oak step? No. Order new sockets? No. Dining room light? No. Flashing tape for flooring underlay? No. Service the boiler? No. Scrape grooves and fill with silicone in all of the original flooring? No. Plumbing first fix? No. Fix window leak? Yes, and that was terrible. We'll tell you about that in another video. Tea tally is still on 1. Library. Finish doors? Yes. Pre-hang radiator? No. Sand and prime and cork? Yes. Finish and fit the roses? Yes. Take a break. Probably had too many. Fit the light switch? Yes. Buy paint and masking paper? Yes. Woodwork, sand, fill, paint and cork. We're halfway through. Anyway, thank you very much for joining in this week's video. Thank you so much. This is Made by Mosul. Out.